Good morning, students. So, as I have said, today let you see the solutions, the answers of all these questions that I had assigned you yesterday. Okay? See, these are based on yes, no, as well as the WH questions. First of all, see, did your father give you money? It is of simple past. And as we know that here you give you money. So here two objects are there. Later I shall teach you the sentence having the dual objects. But first of all, we have to take you as the object here. So as we know that it is in simple parts, so the auxiliary verb will be where. So the answer will be were you given money by your father, or another answer will be was money given to you by your father. These are the two answers. Listen again. Were you given money by your father, or was money given to you by your father? Now let us come to the question number 2. Was the thief taking your bike? As it is in ing form, we know that we have to add being here. So that is why bike is the object here, and our answer will be was your bike being taken by the thief? Was your bike being taken by the thief? Then put a question mark. Question number 3. How have you solved the problem? It is a present perfect. So in that case, the problem is in singular. That is why how has the problem been solved by you? Listen the answer again. How has the problem? Have is converted to has. Why? Because the subject become singular. So that is why how has the problem solved by, so how has the problem been solved by? Been should be there because have, present perfect is there. Then question number 4. When do you read English? As it is in simple present, the answer will be when is English read by you? When is English read by you? Now come to number 5. Does your friend help you in your need? See the answer. It is also from simple present, and here object is you. So that is why the answer will be are you helped? In case of simple present, as I have already taught you that it begins with either is, am or are according to the object or subject. As here object is you and it takes the plural verb are. So that is why it should begin with are you helped by your friend in your need. Then who has drawn these pictures? It is a present perfect, so it will be either you can write by whom have these pictures been drawn, answer number 1, and answer number 2, who have these pictures drawn by. These are the two answers. Where did she interact with you? The answer will be where you interacted by her. Where you interacted by her. And here who can answer all these questions? Here all these questions is the object. So as it is in modal, so we have to use be. So who can answer all these questions? What will be the answer? By whom can all these questions be answered? Solution number 1. And answer number 2, who can these questions be answered by? Who can all these questions be answered by? Now come to number 9. Why did not you take my advice? Here it will be why was my advice not taken by you? Why was my advice not taken by you? And the last one, has your brother neglected you? As the object is you, then it begins with has, but the subject becomes you. So that is why we have to write, have you been neglected by your brother? Have you been neglected by your brother? Though the active sentence begins with has, but the passive will begin with have. Why? Because our subject becomes you, and that's the reason. Okay. So next we shall move to the other aspects of active and passive. Okay. Now we shall see how the imperative sentences are passivized or changed from active to passive. See, I have already taught you in the chapter direct and indirect what is an imperative. Let me to remind you again. An imperative sentence is that gives order, request, advice, command, wish, direction, warning, and etc. And there are two kinds of imperatives. One is positive imperative that begins with a verb, and another is negative imperative that begins with either don't or never, etc. So in that case, how to passivize all those imperatives, let us now know. See the example here. If I write here, see, I wrote a sentence with positive imperative, or it is called positive imperative sentence. Keep the books on the table. In each imperative sentence, the subject is always second person, that is you, but it is omitted. We generally begin with a verb. So what is the verb here? Keep. We generally, you is always there, but we don't say or we don't write in case of imperative sentences. For example, whenever you say someone, close the window, we generally don't use you, or give me a glass of water. All these things are said beginning with a verb. Exactly, this imperative sentence begins with keep. Keep the books on the table. So as it is the verb, then soon after the verb, what it comes, we know that it is the object. And for the next part, that is complement, we don't have any sort of link in active and passive. Only up to here. See. So, in case of an imperative sentence, at the time of passivizing it, there are two formulae. One is the number one formula. What it is? We have to write let plus object on subject. Whatever the object it may be, we have to turn it as subject and we have to write that subject. Plus, we have to add here be, plus verb, as I have already told you that it is put in its participle, past participle form or the third form, plus whatever the object or complement it is. Our passive will be only up to this. See, how can we do this? Suppose we have to write here let. Then object, the books is here. We have to write here let the books. It will change to subject. It will be changed. Let the books. Then be. Let the books be. The past participle form of keep is kept. See, let the books be kept on the table. Very easy. And in case of formula number 2, at that time, another way of passivizing it is there. What it is? Subject. Which one? The object and subject plus should be plus verb 3 or third form or past participle form of the verb plus whatever the complement it is. Then following this formula, let us now passivize it. How can it be? What will be the subject? The object will be subject. So here the books. First of all, we have to write here the books. Then should be. Then past participle form of the verb keep is kept on the table. See how simple it is to convert an imperative into passive. These are the two formulae. You have to follow them and you can do them. Sometimes we don't find any object. There is only a verb. In that case, how to passivize? Suppose example number 3. If someone says go there, it is an imperative sentence. Actually, it does not have any object. It is an intransitive verb. It should not be passivized. But some of the grammarians, in some of the books, you will find the solution of this one. What it is? It is passivized as you are ordered to go there. But it seems a little bit odd. Otherwise, the other sentences also we can say in that way. You are ordered to keep the books on the table. Or exactly the answer can be like that. But I don't prefer this answer. Rather follow these two formulae and answer likewise so that it will be easier. Okay? So, basing on the imperatives, you have to learn these two formulae so that you can answer any one of the questions that will be given to you. Okay. So, we dealt with the positive imperatives. Now, let us have some examples of negative imperatives. Suppose, for example, in case of negative imperatives, if the sentence begins with don't waste your time. In that case, we have to follow the same formula. Both of the formulas are applied here. Both of the formula or formulae can be applied here. In first case, we can write here, let your time. Then as not is there, we have to write here not. If you write let and not separately without the contracted form, then not should be after the subject. Not should be written after the subject. Let your time not then be, let your time not be wasted. Or according to formula number 2, how to be passivized it? What is the subject here? Your time. Your time should not be wasted. Suppose any imperative that begins with never, then what will it be? Another example. Never misguide anybody. In that case, we can write the answer as let anybody, never should be written after the subject, never, then be, then guide, guided, misguide will be misguided. Never misguide anybody. The answer will be let anybody never be misguided, or anybody should never be misguided. These are the ways we shall passivize all these imperative sentences. And after that, I shall tell you the other aspects of active and passive. Now, we shall deal with active to passive with dual objects. Sometimes some sentences, they are possessed of or they possess two objects. In that case, which one will be appropriate? Let you know. So, first example. My father gives me chocolates. See, in case of this sentence, we know that this is the subject, this is the verb, it is in simple present form, and soon after the verb that we find it is the object, and chocolates also, the particular word chocolates acts as another object. So, see, let you know that the object that is adjacent to the verb or the object that is nearest to the verb is known as the indirect object. I dot obj means indirect object, and the next object is called as the direct object. I wrote them in the short form. It is indirect object and it is direct object. And we can passivize it in two ways. Suppose according to the direct object. How will it be? First we have to write chocolates. Because it is the object, we have to change it into subject. Chocolates. Then as it is plural, suppose here chocolates is plural, then the auxiliary verb will be are because of simple present. And past participle form of the verb give will be given. Then to me. Chocolates are given to me by my father. By my father. But according to indirect object, what will it be? It is easier and more appropriate. See, what is the subject form of me? The subject form of me is I. Then, as it is in simple present, so you have to write here the auxiliary verb as am. Then the verb form, past participle form of the verb give is given. I am given chocolates. by my father. See, another example. My friend presented her a mobile. In this sentence, we find two objects. So presented is the verb, it is in simple past form. Then her is the object, it is the indirect object. And a mobile is the direct object. And accordingly we can passivize it as, we have to write, according to direct object, the answer will be a mobile so as it is presented, it is in simple past. It should be a mobile was presented to her. A mobile was presented to her by my friend. It is easy, you have to write by my friend. But according to the indirect object, what will be the answer? It is in object form. What will be the subject here? She. She. Then as it is in singular form, it also takes as was. Why? Because it is in simple past. She was presented a mobile by my friend. See. So these are the ways whenever you shall come across the two objects in a sentence, preferably try to passivize with the indirect object. It will be easier for you. In case of example number 1, see, the indirect object is me, and in case of example number 2, the indirect object is her. And these two answers are more appreciable than the first one. That means when it is passivized according to indirect object, it becomes more appropriate than when it is passivized according to direct object. Okay? So, these are the 8 questions based on imperatives as well as sentences having the dual objects. Try to answer them. Try to write the answers of them by yourself. In my next class, I shall tell you the answers of all these questions. Thank you all. Meet me in the next class.